no exception, exposed, delivering nothing but the truth. This is News Hotline, DXRB 84/7 in your television. The Exposed, your news, our business. Manila. Good afternoon, Philippines. Good afternoon, Manila. It's a good and sunny day, May 17, 2021. This is Janelle, serving you the hottest and the most leading news of Lyon. Your news, our business. For the headlines, quantitative research and its overview. Its characteristic of quantitative research versus qualitative research. Its strengths and weaknesses. Kinds of quantitative research. For the first news of the day, quantitative research and its overview. Quantitative research is used to examine the relationship between variables, quantify the problem by way of generating numerical data, and explain the phenomenon by way of gathering numerical data. The data that can be analyzed using statistical tools. Quantitative data collection methods includes various forms of surveys such as online surveys, questionnaire, mobile surveys, face-to-face interviews, telephone interviews, longitudinal studies. Quantitative approaches. Quantitative approaches are best used to answer what, when, and who questions and are not well suited to how and why questions. For the second news, the characteristics of quantitative data. It involves studies in which the data concerned can be analyzed in terms of numbers. It deals in numbers, logic, and an objective stance. It focuses on numeric and unchanging data and detailed convergent reasoning rather than divergent reasoning. Next, for the third news, quantitative versus qualitative research. Qualitative research purpose. Explain and gain thought and insight and understanding of phenomena through intensive collection of narrative data. And for the quantitative research and its purpose, explain, predict, and or control phenomena through focused collection of numerical data. Qualitative research in approach to inquiry, inductive, subjective, holistic, and process-oriented. For the quantitative research approach to inquiry, deductive, objective, focus, and outcome-oriented. In the hypothesis of the qualitative research, tentative, evolving, and based on particular study, thematic analysis may be done. For the quantitative research hypothesis, specific, testable, and stated role to a particular study. When we talk about measurement, in the qualitative data, non-standardized, narrative ongoing. For the quantitative data, standardized, numerical at the end. And lastly, for the data analysis, in the quantitative data, raw data are words, but can use numbers as secondary data. Essentiality ongoing involves synthesis. For the quantitative data, the data analysis is raw data or numbers. Performed at the end of the study involves we will go on for the fourth news of the day. Its strengths and weaknesses of the quantitative research. The strengths of quantitative research relatively easy to analyze because it provides numerical data that can be easily interpreted. Number 2, the findings findings of the study can be generalized to the population about which informed is required. And for the weakness of the quantitative research, not all research problems can be answered. Improper representation of the target population might hinder the research for achieving its desired purpose and objective. And lastly, the kinds of quantitative research. There are 6 kinds of quantitative research. Number 1, survey research. Number 2, descriptive research. Number 3, correlational research. Number 4, evaluation research. Number 5, causal or comparative research. Number 6, experimental research. See you again next time for another news with no bias, expose. News with no exception, expose. Your news, our business. This is BXRB 847. Expose. God bless and keep safe. Bye!